Welcome to Tech Notice. Today I have another product that is probably not for everybody, but there are some people that are out there that absolutely need it. So Lauri, you're asking, what on earth are you talking about? I'm talking about this product here, Cineeye 2. Now they've improved it since the Cineeye 1, and let's talk about it. So let me show you what it actually is. So basically, this little device, what it does is it sends video wirelessly from your camera to your smartphone or iPads, Android, iOS devices, anything like that. This device sends that. So let me show you how it set it up and then what it can do. Now the setup is pretty easy. You have one of those like hot shoe mounts inside the box that you just screw into the bottom of this device, and then you can mount it on top of your camera. Now make sure you screw it down and tighten it up. Another thing you need is a little Sony L series batteries or Sony NP-F batteries. I have a small one over here. You can attach it in the back over there. It doesn't matter which size you go, but I like these ones because they just keep it minimal, a very small compact size instead of adding loads of weight. If you want to know exact battery of this one, I'm going to leave the link in the description. Now, as you can see on the side over here, there is two HDMI ports. One is HDMI in and one is HDMI out, which means that you can run your video feed through this if you have another monitor or something like that, and you want this just to be on your rig to send your signal to, you know, either your directors, your clients. On the other side over here, we have a power button to turn it on. You have a USB-C port, which is a camera control. So if you want to connect this USB-C to your camera, you can actually control your camera, like start and stop recording on the actual app, which I'm going to show you in a moment. But you do need a USB-C camera like this one. Also, if you want to power it through the mains, you have a DC port over here, but any DC in here because the voltage over here is 7.4 to 16.8 volts. So anything you can find from like your wireless routers, anything that fits in there basically will be fine. We are going to plug in the HDMI obviously in because it comes from the camera, goes in here. So we'll plug that in over here. We're gonna plug it into our HDMI or micro HDMI port on the camera. Your camera might have a full HDMI or mini HDMI, but you do need a specific cable to connect from the camera to a full size HDMI. Turn your camera on, and then let's turn this one on over here as well. There we go. There's loads of things going on over here, but all you need to know is on the top over there, you can see that the full HD signal, 50 frames per second, audio is coming in as well through this. And then you have your channels, you have a 5G, which is through what it actually transmits, Wi-Fi 5G signal. You can see a battery and battery percentage, which is very, very helpful. And then underneath the battery, you can see the devices connected to it. So at the moment, we haven't connected my phone yet. We're going to do that in a moment, but you can see that how many people are connected or how many devices. You can connect 4 devices. If you press the menu button over here, there is 3 modes of this transmission. This one is speed, and it's going to prioritize the speed of the transmission so that the lag between the image between your camera and your device is the slowest. Then you have the normal, which is kind of the blend of both. The other one is HQ, which prioritizes the quality that it's been sent from this device to your phone so that you see the best quality. So once you are on your phone device, what you want to do is go into the Wi-Fi settings of your device once both of the camera and this Cineeye 2 is on. And then you're gonna see this Cineeye 2 over here. Can you see Cineeye 2 9713? So we're gonna go into that one. The default password for this is 12345678 if it asks for password. Once it is connected, we're gonna go to the apps, and you can see Accsoon Cineeye over here, or Accsoon app that you can download from either Google Play Store or your iOS device. And then on the top over here, we're going to select the right device. Obviously there's Cineeye 2, Cineeye 2 Pro, Cineeye Air. I'm going to tell you in a moment what's all the difference between these. You have the A1 Plus, A1S, but we're going to go to Cineeye 2, which is already here selected. Next off, you're going to press monitor, but I'm going to have to tell you something very important. If you press monitor and your image freezes over there, what you might want to do is if you go to decoder settings over there. So when you press on decoder, sometimes you're going to have to slide this either hardware or software encoder, depending. If your image freezes, just try to flick this switch one way or the other way, and then it might work for you. Because for me, it didn't work at first, and then I had to put this onto software encoder, and then it actually worked. You can also upgrade your software through this, but that's it. So once we go monitor now, you can see, okay, let me turn the audio down because there is audio transmission over here as well. So now, if I move this camera, you can see that we are monitoring this over here. Hello, there we go. You can monitor the image of your camera through this app. So this device can transmit video 150 meters via Wi-Fi through the 5G signal. 150 meters, that's great. It can support 1080p 60 frames per second. It's not going to transfer 4K signal, but it downsamples your 4K signal. If you have a camera that only HDMI like output is 4K or whatever, you can just plug it in there. It's no problem. It's going to send that signal and it's still going to work. Now 1080p 60 frames per second maximum, that is quite good because your devices are quite small, so there's no point in actually getting 4K signal, just if you're wondering that. Now the latency is only 0.06 seconds, which is very similar to the Cineeye 2 Pro, if you have seen my video on this one over here yet. But this Pro version, it has the same latency, which is very, very interesting. The previous version of this Cineeye didn't support audio transfer. So if you want to also monitor your audio, what comes from the camera, then you can do that as well. Just plug your headphones into your phone or tablet and you can hear the audio. That is fantastic. So now the app then. As you can see, you know, I'm actually monitoring this from this camera that's on this side. As you can see, there we go. You can actually get some LUTs selected over here. As you can see, you have a LUT file over here that you can put on there. S-Log3 Cine to 7 Reco 9. So I have S-Log2 over there, but S-Log3 will do as well. Boom, we have a little bit of a LUT over here and it looks much better if you want to do that. So you can easily just flick them on and off. You can add your own LUTs as well if you wanted to. Now you have loads of different monitoring options. You have, look, zebra, distortion, audio, markers, grids, display, everything you can choose. So basically your phone becomes a professional monitor. RGB, histogram, waveforms, anything, look at that. And then you can have like save your favorite ones on the bottom over there. Like we have anamorphic de-squeeze or squeeze over here, which is quite a fancy feature. Look, we have false color, although this is not very good because I can't see any values over here. Some audio meters, aspect ratios over there for the video. So you can also like add them on the bottom over there, add or delete or whatever. So you have absolutely loads of options, you know, all basically the options you'd need or want for a professional monitor options. And then on this side we have a record button as well. It actually records whatever comes from the camera to this phone. So if I stop recording and go to my gallery, 2 videos that we just recorded, we can play this video, which is a great feature if you need to like update something or send like or edit something quickly together for the social media. You can just get like an extra recorded version from your camera to this one, which is, you know, great. So it's a great little device, and I know this is not for everyone, right? But there are some people think, do you know what, this would be absolutely so helpful in the shoot. You know, when we have loads of people who want to see what we're doing and they're all like peeking around my shoulders. Oh, can you, oh, what's this? Oh, is that info? Why is the picture so, you know, all these questions. Just get your phone, go in there, sit in the back over there. You'll see it on your phone, put your headphones on. Fantastic in terms of that. What is the difference between the Cineeye, Cineeye 2S, Cineeye Air? So basically, there are a few little quirks and things. So if you want to save some money, you can also get Cineeye 2 Air. So it's a little bit like lower spec basically of this Cineeye 2. You only can connect 2 devices and you don't have a HDMI through, and the range is only 30 meters. But if that is enough for you, you can totally get that one and save quite a lot of money because it is much cheaper. It's 100 quid more cheaper. I'm gonna leave that in the description as well. Now this Cineeye here that I have, you have a HDMI through, and then it costs around 250 150. And then you also have Cineeye 2S, which is basically identical to this Cineeye 2 except for one feature, which is STI. So it doesn't have HDMI out but has STI out. So if your camera monitor, for example, that you're going to feed it through this Cineeye 2S has an STI in, then you're might want to get the Cineeye 2S because that has STI support as well. And then there is the Cineeye 2 Pro. So what's the version between the Pro? Now this Pro can actually send it to another device as well, because this one has transmitter and receiver, and it can support 4 devices as well. So it can be both like a wireless phone or tablet monitor, as well as actually send it to another monitor. You can check out my review on this if you want to know more about this. But this Pro version is much more expensive, more than double the range. So this one is 150 meters, whereas the Pro version is 365 meters, which is a lot more. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. I'd appreciate that. It actually makes a difference. If you haven't subscribed yet, welcome. Consider subscribing, because more videos like these are coming out every single week. Yeah, if you have anything to add, I'll meet you in the comment section below, and adios. See you later.